to sit down onto the ground after the age of 35. Anyway, hey everybody, little time switch today for the weekly vibe session. Wait, I want to bring my feet through here. Oh, okay. Welcome. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I thought I had my bookcase cut out of the shot, but I guess it's there anyway. Whatever, doesn't matter. I'm Amina Heckstall Suma. This is the Soul Transforming Energy channel, and we're gonna quickly get ourselves grounded before I even jump into this. Okay. So first, let's take some deep breaths. I want to take 4 deep breaths. Okay, how am I going to do this and hold this at the same time? Guess I can use the same thing. Okay. As we're breathing, I want you to connect to earth. Today, I went outside barefoot. I've been trying to do it at least once every day in the morning when the grass is wet. Go outside really quick behind my house without any shoes and socks on. Now, if you live in the city, it's not that easy to just go outside and do what is known as earthing. But you can go to local parks, take off your shoes and socks for a minute, put your feet in the grass. You can hug a tree. I used to do it as a kid. You might look crazy as an adult, but who cares? You getting your healing on. You can also open up a window, let fresh air into your home. But I really feel like connecting to the planet is going to be really medicinal for us light workers, especially after this last week. It's like it'll help give a nice little reboot. So let's do 4 deep grounding breaths in through the mouth, out through the mouth, and then I'll just clear the space with a little Palo Santo. I'll clear the energy. Take a deep breath in through your mouth, connecting to the energy of Mama Earth. Feel yourself rooting, and exhale. Releasing any stress, worries, aggravations, anything from the prior week. Take another deep breath in. As you feel this connection to Mama Earth getting stronger as you root deeper and deeper and deeper, exhale. And as you exhale, let go of any tension in your face, in your shoulders, in your legs, your feet. Just relax. Relax. Take another deep breath in through your mouth. Feeling that energy coming up through those roots, up into your body to the top of your crown. Exhale. And as you exhale, feel yourself glowing up. Feel this energy from the earth traveling through your veins and just healing all parts of you physically. Take another deep breath in. This time, feel your emotions, feel your mind being set at ease through the energy of nurturing, abundant Mama Earth. And exhale. And just exhale in relief. You're covered, you're carried, you're protected, you're guided. You're here, you're breathing. All right. Sometimes you need to stop and acknowledge that. I'm here, I'm breathing, I'm alive, I'm connecting to the planet of my birth. Okay. So I hope everybody had a great week, for what it's worth. This past week for me was reassuring. Areas where I was having doubt, where I was slipping into a mindset of lack, this week did show me sparks like, you're going to be all right. So I don't know if anybody else was having those experiences or glimpses of You'll be okay. You'll work through this. This is going to work out. You'll be all right. That's just the vibe that I've been having this week. Even though I still have my moments where, I was crying and upset or depressed or agitated. But that's all going to happen when you're going through a huge transformation. You're going through a huge change when things feel like they're falling apart just to come back together again, you know? So, what I want to do, I'm going to give you guys a hand mudra that connects you to the elements because I've really been feeling like the earth is going to be our greatest healer, especially for this week. I mean, it is our greatest healer, but we lost that somewhere between pharmacy land and nature, Mama Nature. So it's time to return to that. So what I want you to do, they're already jumping out. I was going to say choose a number 1, 2, or 3. I'm going to give you a hand mudra. You can use this mudra for the week. Whenever you're feeling out of balance, whenever you're feeling like you need to feel a little bit more grounded. It's interesting so far. The two cards that jumped out are root chakra based fire elemental. Let me see if any other elements want to come out. Because it's like root chakra is like confirmation of connecting to the earth. All right, so choose a number 1, 2, or 3. Since I already saw 1, I'll go with 2. No, 3 is calling me. I don't know. Choose a number 1, 2, or 3. All right, I'll give you a hand mudra. What I want you to do when you get your mudra is really quickly do it and take a deep breath in, focusing on the affirmation that I give you, and deep breath out. Okay. So if you were drawn to the number 1, your hand mudra is the Gupta mudra. Okay. The Gupta mudra assists us with spiritual discipline, transformation, and willpower. I should have chose 1 when I said going through a huge transformation. It's just interesting that as I was saying that, we get a card for that. And it assists us with assimilation. Okay. The benefits of this hand mudra is it optimizes digestion and assimilation of nutrients. It supports the kidneys and adrenal glands. It cultivates determination and commitment to releasing self-limiting beliefs. So if you were drawn to the number 1, these are the things you're going to need to work through this week. You're going to be going through a transformation that's going to take spiritual discipline and willpower. All right. And you'll also be releasing self-limiting beliefs. This is the work you're meant to be doing this week. You're connecting to the element of fire with this hand mudra, which is also going to activate the root chakra at the base of your spine and in the pelvis area that vibrates to the color red. So wearing red can also assist you with getting into alignment this week with this energy. And all you're doing is interlacing the fingers inward, bringing the pads of the fingers towards the palms. Yikes. Bringing the pads of the fingers towards the palms. Thumbs are on the outside. Cross the right thumb over the left thumb and gently bring the heels of the hands together. Hold your hands lightly against your abdomen. Relax the shoulders down and lengthen the spine. And your affirmation, my ones, is I assimilate all of life's events with ease and grace. I assimilate all of life's events with ease and grace. All right. If you're drawn to the number 2, you have the mudra for activation, the Adhamukha mudra. Okay. This mudra also activates the element of fire and that root chakra. So it assists you. Another one that assists with transformation. Everybody here, it's going to be some huge changes this week. Huge. Or you already begun the process. All right. Transformation, inner fire, and clearing. It activates the digestive system. It supports proper digestion, assimilation, and elimination. Are these like, 19 and 20? I'm about to say, are these connected in a way? All right. It reduces toxicity and aids in self-healing potential. So those of you that were drawn to 2, you too will be going through a huge transformation this week, and doing a lot of clearing and tapping into your inner fire, that inner passion. Okay. And I'm sorry. And you bring the tips of the thumbs together with the palms facing downward. Point all of the other fingers downward, resting the backs of the hands together, meeting at the knuckle. Bring the hands in front of the belly, thumbs just in front of the navel. Relax the shoulders down and lengthen the spine. Ooh, I'm really not flexible in the upper body. This is uncomfortable for me. All right. And your focus is I activate and awaken my inner treasures. I activate and awaken my inner treasures. I like that. Yeah. So that was a little uncomfortable for me. Oof. Okay. I'm sorry. If you were drawn to the number 3, which I chose, oh, God, please let this be easy. All right. Creative power is your focus this week. The Shakti Mudra. All right. The Shakti Mudra assists you with inner well-being, activation. That's interesting. We went from assimilation to activation, and now another card that says activation. All of this is so in sync. All right. Activation and spiritual potential. It also helps direct the breath, energy, and awareness into the base of the body. It supports the reproductive, urinary, and eliminatory systems, releases pelvic tension, and helps to heal physical and emotional trauma. That's what you're going to be doing this week, my 3s. Releasing, getting connected to your inner child, to that conditioned voice in your head, releasing and healing physical and emotional trauma. So you might find your focus is on physical health as well as on emotional health. All right. So you're activating the element of water within you and also connecting to the throat chakra. Okay. But it's also some assists you with creativity. So you take the palms facing each other, join the tips of the ring and pinky fingers, hold the thumbs, fold the thumbs into the palms and cover them with the index and the middle fingers. Relax the shoulders and belly and find your natural breath. And your focus is I open and allow the divine potential within to emerge. I open and allow the divine potential within to emerge. All right. So I hope y'all understood how to do that position if you chose 3. And let's move on to getting a general focus for the week. I would say either keep the same number you already chose for your hand mudra, or you can choose again. I'm going to give you individual focuses, even though it just now seemed like all of them are pretty similar. They're going to be focused on activation, assimilation, transformation, and creativity, creative power. So let's see. Number 1, number 2, or number 3 for a focus for the week ahead. Another affirmation, which would be wise to write these down so you could say them as you meditate. You could say them as you walk around, as you travel throughout your day, as you're cooking, as you're doing whatever. You can say your affirmation and really activate it and feel it. Okay. So if you're drawn to 1, your focus this week will be teaching. And that's not to say that you may be teaching. You may also be seeking a teacher. So your keywords this week, my ones, are gifts, wisdom, understanding, and visionary. Your affirmation is my best strength is my thirst for knowledge. My best strength is my thirst for knowledge. All right. And this week, you might find the answer to something you've been trying to figure out. Maybe you've been confused about something for a while. You're not really sure about something. The answer is going to reveal itself to you this week in some way, shape, or form. If you're drawn to the number 2, Your focus this week is going to be on your social life. I'm sure you're like, yeah, if you're not a homebody. But if you are a homebody, Spirit is saying this week, get out there, socialize. All right. Your keywords will be passion, vitality, talent, and intimacy. And your affirmation is leisure and pleasure are essential to my wellness. Leisure and pleasure are essential to my wellness. Maybe you've been a workaholic, my twos, and they're saying you need to free up some time for pleasure, for fun. All right. Yeah. Like you need to plan some kind of social night or weekend out. And enjoy yourself this week. This week, expand your circle of friends. Hang out with somebody who has friends you don't usually hang out with. Try to find ways to meet new people this week because I feel like in some way it's going to connect to your passion, what you're passionate about. Or for some of you, it could actually lead to an intimate connection. All right. And my threes, your focus this week will be balance. All right. So your keywords are imagination, vitality, enthusiasm, focus, and expression. All right. And I do feel like with balance, there's still a need for you to balance energies, either balance work and play, balance your mindset, make sure your mind isn't churning overtime. Um, Try to find time to focus on things you want to imagine into being, which is a way of manifesting, and focusing on things in the present because your present creates your future. So, your affirmation, my threes, is I am friendly, capable, and talented. I stand tall. I am friendly, capable, and talented. I stand tall. Okay. And if you start to feel bogged down, my threes, like you got so many things you have to do, and that's why you're feeling like you're unable to feel balanced, you always feel overwhelmed, start to do to-do list and nip things as you go. All right. Um, but this week you're being beckoned to reward yourself because you can give more when you feel good. So buy yourself something, treat yourself to something, do something special for yourself this week. It'll boost your morale and it'll attract in more blessings. Okay. All right. Now let's take a look at this week. The energy. Starting with today, I always start with the Saturday that we are currently in because, as I always say, through the week, we could have done things that shifted the energy and changed the vibe that I felt last week. So far, these weekly vibes have been on point, y'all. I'm telling you, I come back and I look and I go, oh, shoot, that's why this is happening today. So now I realize I got to look at them before the day and not while I'm in the midst of the chaos or in the midst of possibly missing an opportunity that I would have been already open to receive had I been ready for it. So I do recommend the day before to come back, look at what is being said for that next day so you can already prepare yourself to get into alignment with the energy. So today I'm using the Unfolding Path Tarot for the day by day vibe, and I'm getting clarity from what is known as the Office Tarot. I know y'all can't see it from there, but it's based on the TV series The Office, which I am a fan of, and so whatever, it's in my readings. All right. Hopefully you can see the cards from here, but really the cards are not what's important. It's actually knowing what the energy of the card is saying. Okay. All right. They said get started. I'm going to mix these back in though. All right. So let's start with today's vibe. Make sure these are shuffled. I caught a glimpse when I split the deck just now of the card of transformation, the death and rebirth card. So I don't know if that was just a little sign that this week, again, there's going to be some huge changes. But that's been the consensus for this summer is transformation, cleaning out, releasing, letting go of, getting clarity of direction, and leaving the past behind. I feel like that's really the focus. But anyway, let's take a look at the vibe. Oh, that was nice. Split the deck and see the Ace of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. So it does feel like there could be some unexpected shifts in income or finances coming in this week. It's going to put us in some emotionally happy states. Let's get this vibe. Let's go. So today we have the Ace of Cups. Now, the Ace of Cups does beckon a new beginning, something that you love, something that you're going to really, really, really be emotionally invested in. But for some of you, because this came out reversed, you could experience today some disappointment around something you thought was going to be a new start, something that you put your heart into might be a little bit of a disappointment. Let me get some clarity for y'all. So we have the Eight of Wands. There may be somebody that is supposed to contact you today. For some of you guys, somebody is going to reach out to you today that wants to start either a project with you. It feels more like relationship based. Could be somebody you haven't spoken to in a long time. Could be someone you blocked. It just feels like somebody wants to reach out today. And honestly, it's going to bring in a fresh new start. For others of you, something is getting slowed down. There may be somebody that you thought you were going to hear from, somebody you wanted to hear from, somebody that wants to reach out. For whatever reason, they're being kind of slowed down from being able to reach out today. So don't be disappointed if you don't hear from someone you've been waiting to hear from. I feel like it's a protective thing going on. Like maybe this person's energy wasn't going to be all the way good. All right. So the vibe for today is to be a little guarded when it comes to where you put your emotions, where you put your heart into something that looks like a brand new, fresh beginning. Because for some of you, it could be, and for others of you, it could not be. It might not be. I think the sign, let me take one more. The Emperor. All right, so it is a masculine. The sign that you'll know that this is what I'm talking about. This is the person I'm talking about. It's either somebody who's a father figure, a husband, an ex-husband, a boss, somebody who sees themselves as a leader. Could be a job opportunity. Maybe you thought this was the job you were going to love and you were waiting to hear from this boss, and the message either comes in to let you know, we're not starting, or you're not going to get this job, or the message comes in that lets you know this is not what I thought this was going to be. For others of you, it could be a new start with this person. Could be a new job that you're going to love, or it could be a new relationship with someone who's going to be a very good father, a good leader. And so you guys are really being beckoned today to listen to your heart. If your heart is giving you any inclination that something's a little off, and I think the main sign will be communication. If they're unable to reach you, or you don't hear from somebody today, it was a good thing. Don't be like, oh my God, I thought I was getting this call about this job, or I thought that this person that wanted to go out with me was going to reach out today, or whatever the case may be. If you don't hear from them, that was a protective measure taken by your spiritual team, your spirit team, and don't look to hear from that person. Don't even look to reach out. If you hear from somebody today, a masculine, if they do get through, it is because they are seeking a new beginning, a new start, and it could be a job position or an intimate relationship. I'm sorry, guys, I'm sweating like an animal. That's how you know the reading has begun. Okay, so today, communication is going to be important, an important sign for which way things are going to go. Speaking of communication, I'm getting a call from one of my best friends from New York in the middle of my live. I'm sorry, Lisa. I'm going to call you back. Okay. So Tuesdays. I skipped all the way from today to Tuesday. What is that about? All right. Tomorrow, Sunday's vibe. We got the Emperor coming through again, y'all. There's masculine energy trying to run this week, or we are just meant to step into a position of leadership. It's just giving me boss up time. So some of you, maybe today, you're going to get a message that's going to put you in a position where you're a leader. And it's going to be a fresh start doing something you really love, because tomorrow it's really looking like boss energy. Okay, clarity. We got the Empress as clarification. So, God, I should have brought this in a little closer because these cards from the office are small, so you can't really see them. But we have the Empress. I'm going to see if I can move that a little closer. Now, the Empress did come through reversed. I will say that much. Okay, the Empress was reversed. Now, what that can mean is getting a little too into work and the hustle and forgetting to nurture and take, oh, sorry about that, and forgetting to nurture and take care of yourself. Okay, so I think Monday, for some of you, you're going to feel pushed into this leadership energy, into this emperor energy. And you have to make sure, though, that in the process, you do not forget to take care of you, to take care of your ideas, to nurture yourself. Don't get sucked up into either work, or somebody else's work that you're helping with or you're working for. Okay. For others of you, be wary of a boss figure that Monday's vibe, they might not be very caring about you, and you're going to have to care about you. I mean, Sunday's vibe. So you might feel a little bit like, ah, I just never had the Emperor come through twice, like back to back in 2 different decks. So I'm like bugging out. And I feel like it has to be a connection between today and tomorrow, with the Emperor today trying to reach out to the Emperor being the main vibe. So for many of you, I do feel like it is career based, that you might be hearing from somebody about a job or opportunity you really love. And then by Sunday, you might really feel like, I'm bossing up, I'm getting a promotion, I'm stepping into a leadership position. But you have to make sure you do remember to take care of you. For others of you, this is a romantic connection that wants to come in, that wants to start something new. And it's going to be all about if they can get through, if they can reach you. For some of you, this person's being slowed down. For others of you, they're going to come right in. All right. And then by Sunday, you may be more inclined to focus on your needs. Okay. You're really being pushed this weekend to get into an energy of boss, of leader, of divine masculine, more so than the feminine. But they are also being reminded, with this Empress coming through, not to forget about the divine feminine. Don't forget about nurturing yourself. Don't forget about balancing the fem and the masculine energy. When you get the Emperor twice, it does show a lot of fire, a lot of passion, a lot of going after your goals, but it shows it in a leadership position. So you really have to be aware of your energy, where you're putting it, how much is being spent. Are you getting back? That energy that you're putting out will be important this weekend. All right. Why is there a kid coming in here? Sorry. No, close it. Thank you. I don't know why that just happened, but whatever. Okay. So that's Saturday, Sunday, Monday's vibe. And I'm probably going to backtrack to this weekend again, because I would like a lot more clarity with all of this Emperor, Empress energy coming through. Might be something a little deeper we need to know about. But anyway, Monday, we have temperance, balance, balance, balance all over again. So Monday's vibe is to find balance. It's going to be a good day for meditation, for prayer, for taking care of your mental health, for taking care of your emotional health. Okay. Just surrounding yourself with people who are peaceful, who are harmonious. You don't really want to put yourself in any chaotic, like, environments Monday, if you can avoid it. Also, Monday is a good day that if you've been struggling with any addictive behavior, to try to stop it, to try to end it. If you've been eating too much of the bad things, if you've been smoking, if you've been drinking, that Monday is saying to calm that down. We have the Lover's card as clarification for Monday. It was reversed. So there is going to be a choice you have to make on Monday between two things or two people you really love may come up Monday. And the energy is temperance. Choose what brings balance into your life. Choose what um feels harmonious with your life. So whatever this choice is on Monday, because you're going to have a choice, even with temperance, you're holding two things, all right, and trying to keep a balance. But by Monday, they're saying for peace of mind and for balance, you're going to have to choose between two things you really love or two people you really love. And it's almost given an energy that you may already have made a choice, but it's just a difficult one. So this is a part of the transformation. It's going to start Monday. Something huge is going to change. Uh, yeah, it could be in a relationship you're in with someone or a relationship with something. All right, I hope this is clear. Okay, so Tuesday's vibe, we have the Four of Wands. It's an energy of marriage, of stability, of joy, just feeling like what you worked for and what you've been putting your passions towards is actually manifesting. Okay, it's coming in. Clarity, you have the Tower reversed. So in order to get this stability that wants to come in by Tuesday, this feeling of I finally feel stable, something is being built. If you wanted to move, you might find that house. If you wanted to get married, you might find that one. If you've been feeling unstable with work, you might see things start to pick up by Tuesday. However, there's a Tower here and it was reversed. The Tower lets me know that something has to fall apart to be rebuilt. I feel like I'm repeating things that I said before I even started pulling the cards. But yeah, something has to fall to be rebuilt. With this in reverse, it lets me know it's something that you didn't really want to let go of. Something that you knew was not stable is going to show you it's time to get moving. So, Lord, I know I have to move. Please don't let my house fall apart around me. By Tuesday, yeah, it's going to be some kind of chaos that may occur that's going to make you say, oh my God, it's time for me to make some moves. And it does look like Tuesday, you can get into a position of feeling very stable, very grounded. So far, the week's looking okay. I just need to figure out what the hell's happening this weekend. All right, Monday, Tuesday, we got Temperance, Four of Wands. That's great. All right, so Wednesday, let's keep this good energy going. We have the Hanged Man. So we run into a moment of needing to get clarity. When you have the Hanged Man coming through as the vibe or the hanged person, it just means that there's going to be something that causes you to pause for a second. Something that you have to really stop and see from another perspective. So on Wednesday, you might find yourself shifting a perspective of something you saw one way so that you can understand it. It could be something that happened to you, maybe trying to see it in a different light. But let me get clarity. Why are we hanged? Why are we hanged on Wednesday? We have the Three of Cups. All right. So, Three of Cups is usually something to celebrate with friends, having a celebration, a party, just really being happy with people who are truly your friends. So I do feel Wednesday may be a day where you're going to be looking at your friendships and the people around you, as well as little accomplishments. I feel like you're being hanged on Wednesday. Well, not literally hanged, but you're going to be stagnant for a minute Wednesday because there's a need for you to see how far you've come. And that's what I'm hearing. There's a need to stop and do like a little self love, self celebration. Wednesday, I know it's the middle of the week, but they're pushing like that's a good day to socialize, to network, to get out there, to have some fun, to link with friends, because there's a need for you to see things in another light. Maybe you've been releasing and losing friends and lovers and stuff that you thought were going to be around forever, and new people are coming in. So, for this reason, there's a need for you to look at it differently, not as losing people and grieving and mourning the losses around you, but celebrating the new that's coming in, because it's showing that you have progressed. It's showing that you have evolved. Okay. Thursday's vibe. Thursday, we have the Two of Swords. It's a lot of choices that have to be made. Another choice that you don't want to make on Thursday. I hope we get clarity as to what it is, but it's a choice you don't want to make. That's why the eyes are blindfolded. It's like, just, I don't want to have to choose, but I know I have to make a choice. So I'm going to close my eyes and I'm just going to make a blind choice, because either way, I'm going to feel an impact from this choice. So, what is the vibe around this choice? Something we're not really going to want to have to do. Two of Swords reversed. How do we have the Two of Swords twice? This is two different decks, as y'all see. Got the Two of Swords to clarify the Two of Swords, and it came through reverse. So, they're not really showing what the choice is going to be around, but they are making it clear it's a choice that is long overdue. When it comes in reverse, it's letting me know it's a choice that we've been had to make, something we were been supposed to decide upon, but we were avoiding it. On Thursday, there's going to be no way to avoid whatever this is. And I'm not getting much clarity. I can try one more time. What is this choice going to be based around? But it might be different things for everyone. And because this is a general collective read, they might be struggling to pinpoint. But let's see. The Five of Cups. Something that disappointed you in the past. Something that really disappointed us in the past. It could be something or somebody that we put our heart and our faith into, and they disappointed us. When it was their time to come through, they didn't come through, or we didn't get the support and love we needed. So it could be a choice between a job or a friendship, which is why maybe the day before you're stagnant for a minute as you're looking at your friendships and the people around you for a minute. And then the next day, there's choices to be made. And it does look like it's revolved around that. The people that are in your life that have hurt you or disappointed you, and how you cope with that. Are you keeping them in your energy? Are you disconnecting from them? Are you doing things to soothe yourself, your inner child, from these experiences, so that you don't have what I call heart PTSD, from love PTSD, from, dealing with different relationships? Okay, that was Thursday. Friday, do we make the right choice? We got the Wheel of Fortune. We must. Yay, that is a karma clearance card. That means you're going to start to feel shifts by Friday. Hey, Afua, I'm just seeing comments. Okay. So with the Wheel of Fortune being our card for Friday, and I also encourage you guys to do some kind of meditative work, some kind of ritual. Friday's like giving me the energy of doing something that calls in light energies to yourself intentionally. So maybe that's a call for me to do something. What date is Friday? The 22nd. That's the day before my live new moon in Virgo reading. So Friday, we already going to be in this energy of new beginnings. Karma cleared this week. It feels like some might be leaving some friendships behind, some connections, either friends or jobs. It's going to be either one of those that you're going to realize is in the way of your stability or in the way of your happiness, and they're going to have to go, so that you can completely transform and heal. And by Friday, be in this energy of the Wheel of Fortune. New good karma coming in because of spiritual work and self work that you've done. Clarity for Friday, we have the Nine of Swords. So you might be feeling a little bit You might be feeling a little down on Friday when it comes to people you have to release or jobs or career. It's like something with the choice you made this week, the choices that you made may be bothering, may stress you a little. Do not let yourself overindulge in alcohol. But if you need to have a sip, if that's what you do to calm your nerves, that's fine to get over grief and mourning. But it does feel like you may be feeling a little way on Friday about the people or the places you had to cut off this week, you had to release. But if you keep your mindset in the energy of the Wheel of Fortune, karma clear, bad karma clear, good karma coming in, you'll be able to do what you got to do to clear your conscience and realize that the moves you made were for the better. And lastly, let's look at next Saturday's vibe. And we have the Chariot. So next Saturday, and I'm feeling like it could go either. Something is coming in really quick due to the work that's done this week. All right. Can I get a vibe of what's trying to come in and why it's shaky? We have the Seven of Pentacles. So something you've been working on, something we've been putting energy towards, we've been planning for. Could be a vacation, could be retirement, could be a move, could be just a project we're working on. You're finally, next Saturday, going to start to see it coming in. However, depending on the work you do this week, it's either going to come in really fast and you're going to be like, oh my God, I've been saying, like, I don't see the signs, God. I don't see the comeback. I don't see the, accolades. I don't see the reciprocation. And then all of a sudden you're going to be like, boom. And then others of you, it's like it might slow down a little. It might feel like you saw some growth, and then by next Saturday, it feels like it slowed down some. And for those where you might feel like it slowed down a little, it's because there was something you didn't change this week. It's the Death card reverse. So it's letting me know there's something this week that needed to be let go of so that it could be reborn anew that you hung on to. So that's the only way you could not see by next Saturday something you've been wanting to see manifest, grow. All right, because this whole week is about choices. And so if you make the choice not to make a choice, that's making a choice, and that can lead you to having some progress slow down. All right, when it comes to your finances is what it's showing. So, or your job or work. All right. So that's what I got this weekend. I'm going to take one more final look because it does start off with a lot of Emperor energy. So I just want to be clear as to who this is. Is it intimate? Is it work? With the Hermit card, to clarify who this Emperor is. And then the Empress is here again. This, for a lot of you, is somebody who is intimately interested in you. Maybe you left them alone. Maybe you ain't been talking to them. Maybe they needed to go on their own little spiritual sojourn. But it does feel like for many of you, it's going to be someone who intimately is interested in a new beginning with you. But you might have them blocked. You might have them cut off. They feel like they can't really reach you. And for some of you, this is a work thing. But with the Empress coming through twice, it really is giving me the energy. It's either a boss or someone who is intimately interested in you. But it gives me the energy that this is not someone new. They're coming through looking for new. They're looking for a new start. And it is an offer that you're going to love. You're going to feel overwhelmed with love. So it could be a relationship that you always wanted, or it could be a job opportunity that feeds your creative juices and gets you going. But it also could be a relationship that's very nurturing. So you have to, because this is a general reading, you're going to have to look and see how this works and how it fits in your life. Okay. And that's what I got for you guys today. I hope y'all had you have a great weekend, figuring out who this Emperor is and acting accordingly, making sure if you are in the divine feminine energy that you remember to nurture yourself and your ideas. A lot of creative energy this week, by the way. If you're an artist or a creative person, with the Empress coming through twice, Nurture your creative ideas this weekend. Do something artistic. Even if you're not an artist, it's going to be healing for you, and it may open you up to a new beginning, or some opening up to attracting in something new that you're going to really love. Okay. Now, I don't know. I don't think I have any VIPs. Okay. And so I'm going to wrap it up here. I'm sending y'all so much light and love on your journey. Have a wonderful week. Remember to come back and check in. All right. Peace, blessings, and all the goodies that come from being a part of this family of light. Until next week. Bye.